Apocalypse.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you again, and welcome back to the show. Thanks for stopping by. I hope this is finding everybody happy, healthy, and in good spirits. And if you don't mind, hit the thumbs up button down there, give it a little shot. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon next to it. This way you know and be one of the first ones to know when I put out another video. Coronavirus. After I did one of the first videos, I didn't think I was going to talk about it again. But it's still here, still happening. Things are still going on. The numbers are climbing. Every time you talk to somebody, you hear something, look at the news, the numbers are different. So I'm not even going to go into the numbers right now about the amount of casualties or people infected by it and how many people have died. It's a shame. It's a real shame. And what I really wanted to talk about a little bit tonight too was how it's affecting us all, almost in the same ways, but in a different way. Some more than others. But not even if you're not even affected by it, or you don't know anybody affected by it, or you don't have somebody you know who died, but we're still all being affected by it. Look at all the jobs that are being lost. Look at all the places that are closing down. People out of work. And it's for safety. I understand that. We have to try to contain this. Yesterday, our Governor Cuomo decided to 50% of the workforce to stay home from any kind of business. So if your business has 100 people working for them, 50% of those people have to stay home. Today that changed. That number went to 75%. So if you work in a company and there's 100 of you, now they're telling 75% of you have to go home. 75 people, only 25 people can come to work. Well, that hurts. That hurts people. A lot of people work week by week. That's how they get. That's how they pay their bills. They eat food. They take care of the kids. Whatever they got to do is week by week. So if they're getting laid off or let go, it's a shame. It's hard. And again, is it necessary? Yes, it's necessary. But it's a shame how this is affecting everybody. And again, in different states and different countries, things are probably going to be different. I can talk a little bit about New York because I hear everything that's going on here and what's happening. But again, pretty much we're all in the same boat. People losing their jobs. And again, if we're not actually have the virus, we're still being affected by it. How are these businesses that have 100 people cutting down to 25, how would they keep maintaining what they had to maintain with 100 people there? Think about that too. If it takes 100 people to run your business and now you're only allowed to have 25 there, how are you going to maintain the same if it's a customer service business or mail service, whatever the case, or answering phones? How are you going to keep up with that? What's going to happen? How long is it going to last? How long are those 75 people going to be out of work? Everybody's going to have to go on unemployment now. And what about when it's over? And how long will it be when it's over? When you come back, are those businesses still going to be open? Are they going to be able to survive these businesses? Look at the restaurant world. Restaurants are only allowed now for takeout or delivery. What about the waitresses? What about the waiters? What about the busboys that all worked in these businesses? They have no jobs now. A lot of them work for tips and a small wage. It's scary. They still have bills to pay. They still got people to take care of, if not themselves, if they have children. A lot of places are actually just closing down altogether. Not even like let me give you an example. IKEA, for instance. I was just reading today about IKEA. I don't know how many people have IKEAs with them, but IKEA is a big name, big furniture store. IKEA is temporarily closing all 50 of its U.S. stores as a precaution owing to the coronavirus pandemic. So IKEA is closing all its stores. And because they want people to be safe. But now those people that don't have jobs, and how long is this going to last? How long are they not going to have jobs? How long are they going to be able to buy food? Ford and GM, also read about Ford and GM. Ford and GM will halt production at all North American factories for at least 2 weeks in order to slow the spread of the coronavirus. Chrysler will do likewise. Big major companies closing down, a lot of people out of work. What effect is that going to have? What's the long term of this? How long is it going to stay? Somebody was saying 18 months. If you're going to be out of work for 18 months, what's going to happen? I realize a lot of people like cell phones and mortgages and stuff are trying to chip in and help, and you don't have to pay whatever they're doing. But how long can they do that for too? If you're not paying your mortgage, you're not paying cell phone bills, how long can that company last without taking money in? It's a big snowball effect. One thing I was thinking about too that was like kind of crazy and kind of bothers me a little bit, the schools now, all the schools are closed. I know here in New York, they're all closed. And I'm sure in other states and other places they're closed too. So the teachers are out of work. I think they might be getting paid, I'm not sure. But you had your cafeteria workers, you had the janitors, the people that work in there, the school bus drivers, the matrons on the school buses. All these people aren't working now. They're not having income, no income. But really what was bothering me, and I don't know if a lot of us thought about this, or maybe you have, I don't know, my mind wanders sometimes. How about the kids that are in high school right now and they're in the 12th grade and they're getting ready to graduate? This is their year. By the time you go into kindergarten, you can't wait to get to your 12th grade so you can graduate. And now you have all these kids that are in the 12th grade getting ready to graduate. I know here in New York it's in June, so about another 3 months. Now school is closed. They don't know for indefinitely. So what does that mean? How are they going to have their graduation? What about their prom? What about their prom? What about their graduation? What about the mother and father that's proud of these kids that are graduating? Watch them walk across and get that diploma. What's going to happen with that? How do you fix that? If they're closed for the rest of the year, when do you start up again? In the middle of the summer and make it in 3 months? If this is lasting for a year, when do you start up again? How do they finish their school? How do they go to the college that they're supposed to go into? Even the kids in 8th grade, middle school, 8th grade, oh my God, next year I'm going to go to high school. I'm so excited. They're not going to graduate. They're going to go to high school. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. I really don't. But these are all the things that are just kind of like forking off of this big problem of the virus, making people sick and dying. It's also shutting things down. It's just like, it's just the casinos in Las Vegas. They're saying, don't even go to Las Vegas now. The casinos are shutting down. Casinos have all those dealers, all those girls walking around with the drinks, the guys helping you out with the machines, pit bosses, the stick men for the craps. All these people out of jobs. All the restaurants inside those casinos, the people working there, waitress, waiters, cooks, all out of jobs. It's scary. It's scary. It's almost like something you see on TV. It's when you just sit back and start thinking about the overall picture of this whole coronavirus, how it's affecting this nation, and worldwide, how it's just affecting everybody. We don't want to be sick. We don't want to die, so we have to take these precautions. And it is freaking really, really, really widespread, and it's really devastating to a lot of different areas that we don't even know about yet. That maybe we haven't even thought about. What are we going to do? How do we fix this? Here in New York, like I said, they're shutting down most of the businesses. 25% of people can go to work. Also, I was reading Uber and Lyft. They have no more pools. A pool is where 3 or 4 people can hop in a car at once and be taken somewhere. Where the other way, like they have different types of things, you just get picked up one person, you get taken to your destination. The pool ride is something where you get in a car and they pick up all the people. They stop that. Lyft is trying to get involved now with delivering food and medical supplies. A lot of things have changed. You know, everyday life is kind of changed now. You don't really want to have contact with people. You want to talk to people. You try to keep your distance. Somebody coughs or sneezes over there, you're like, oh my God, they got it, you know? And it could just be something on their throat or whatever. It's hard. Even one of the big magazines, I don't know if I got it here. A lot of us probably heard of it. I don't know who reads it, looks at it, but end of a magazine icon. The latest victim of the coronavirus is the Playboy magazine. The nudie mag, founded by Hugh Hefner 66 years ago, will no longer publish or print edition, it said on Wednesday, citing coronavirus supply chain woes that have only served to exacerbate already sagging newsstand sales. So evidently they were talking about, you know, closing whatever, but this just kind of like accelerated their idea. Last week, as the disruption of the coronavirus pandemic to content production and the supply chain became clearer and clearer, we were forced to accelerate a conversation we've been having internally. The iconic magazine was already on the decline prior to the pandemic, as porn has proliferated online. It was still being published monthly as recently as 2017, but was scaled back to the quarterly magazine without ads as early 2019. So there's another thing we don't realize, you know, it affected the Playboy magazine. It's affecting us all differently. I just say, please, please let it end. Please stop. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. But I just want it to be over. I would like for it to be fixed. And I want to look back and say, oh my God, I can't believe what we went through. But I want it to be soon. This is just too long. Too many people getting hurt. Too many people out of jobs. Kids that want to graduate. We got to move on with our life. We want things to happen. We want to go back to normal. This is not normal. Not for anybody. It's scary. At this point, we got to just do what we're told, do what we can to stop it. Try our best to still have a life where you're not cooped up as much as possible. Saying get out if you can, but don't get into crowds, you know. Just kind of go out for a walk by yourself. You have to get out, get some fresh air. But try to be safe. Better safe than sorry. With that, guys, I just hope this is over. Please let it end. That's all I can say. Let's get this over with. Let's do what we can to stop it. So I want everybody to be safe, stay healthy, keep your mind going, and do everything you can to help stop this, whatever it may be. Again, guys, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Don't forget that subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Hopefully next time. Oh, wait a second. There was good news. Oh, I thank God I didn't end this real quick. I just heard some good news that I wanted to share with you. Listen to this. There's a ray of hope emanating from the first epicenter of the outbreak. For the first time since the pandemic began, China announced no new locally transmitted infections today, marking a turning point in the global battle to contain COVID-19. The milestone will likely be held up as proof that China's sweeping top-down efforts to control the virus are working, despite persistent allegations that local officials mishandled the initial outbreak. There's a ray of hope right there, and I almost forgot to share it. Thank God I did. For the first time, Since the pandemic began, China announced no new locally transmitted infections today. Again, guys, thanks again. I'll see you next time. And hopefully we won't have to talk about this again. Be safe, stay healthy. Talk to you soon.